So we are here after 3 days at the FundForum in Monaco. You can see the weather is wonderful. We are outside and we wanted to share with Xavier some of the takeaways and insights that we gained by being in this conference that's a traditional investment conference, but definitely was spiced up with thoughts around innovation that included blockchain, but also thoughts around ESG and how to gain the new clients and new product ideas. So Xavier, what comes to mind from the sessions that you attended, and what you want to share with everybody that's watching us?
Yeah. Hello everybody, thank you Effie for this opportunity to share some takeaways for FundForum EM Power in Monaco today. It was very interesting because, as you know, investment management sector is a little bit traditional, and now they are to wake up a little bit on different subjects. My takeaways are very clear. We have something happening in ESG. It's a kind of buzzword today, but I was not convinced about the different product and solution I saw. Why? Because I take a simple example. A company such as Total Energy now produce a lot of earnings, all-time highs in terms of earnings, but they outperform. They make an effort to change the name, Total Energies with a S, because now they invest a lot in wind, in solar power, and so on. But apparently nobody see the change in terms of investment management. Why? Because due to the main business, gas and oil, every investment manager now sells the company with 6% of yield. It's not normal from my point of view, and ESG would also push a company make efforts on that.
It's interesting the example and the point that you raise, because the ESG narrative, of course, we know has been everywhere, but it seems that the markets and the asset managers are penalizing the companies that are making a huge effort to transition. So transitioning is being penalized in the market. And that actually is true, even in innovation. Why are we penalizing and not rewarding companies that are making the effort towards ESG, to change, to transform, or towards another innovation topic that also is purposeful? So this is a very important takeaway that we share with you, that the market is wrongfully penalizing and not recognizing transitions for companies. What about, Xavier, topics? We heard a lot about how to gain the new generation, the new investors, the fact that young people invest in a different way and through different research channels than the old generation, if you want. That was discussed a lot. What did you hear? What is your take on that?
Yeah, this is a challenging question, Effie, but we see a lot of initiative. As you know, it's a challenge to capture this new generation, in particular millennials, to capture in terms of investment, and you see a lot of Fintech solution now, in particular in US with GoHenry, with Coinbase for crypto, and Revolut also for the saving part. And I think for the long term it will be a challenge for investment management. They have to change the financial services solution in order to make more fun, more understandable, and also to adapt to gaming rules, because all this generation like gaming, and they don't waste time to boring application, to boring investment, and I think it's a big challenge for investment management to attract this kind of new client, because this new client will be the new generation of investment management, and also attract this talent for the new generation of investment management.
Well, the good positive sign was that these topics were discussed. We heard about, what you mentioned. They're recognizing that 2 out of 5 adults are gamers, regular gamers, and they're looking for ways to tap into that community. And also the fact that they have to understand, the investment managers have to understand the TikTok world. These are how, you find the investors where they are. And it's interesting, and hopefully next year we'll have examples that are more tangible. This year, clearly we see the awareness. And now into crypto, we have to go into crypto, right?
Exactly, and the funny things now, big part of the saving of this new generation, the first experience start with a crypto. We start with eToro, Coinbase platform. They don't have the habit to invest in a mutual fund, except some people in ETF, because it's very simple with low fees. But I think it's a big challenge for this industry to attract and educate these people, and for that they have to invest in marketing, in a new solution, in gaming experience, and as you mentioned, also in social media with the new rules, TikTok, Twitter, and so on. Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I heard from a lot of panelists and speakers, people in the industry, in the traditional industry, and those that have children. They confessed that their children, what you said, they first invest in crypto. That's their first experience. What a new world! We have to acknowledge that. It's exciting. And then, on our panel today, we were discussing about investment management and blockchain, and we saw in the audience the interest, and they were like, where can we go and start learning? This is lacking in the market, and so many things are happening at the same time that you sort of don't know where to start.
Exactly, and you mentioned a good point. Education, financial education, are key in terms of inclusion, in terms of transmission for wealth, for the saving, and this industry has to make a lot of efforts on that in order to attract this new client and to capture and keep the current client clearly.
Yeah.
And they have to mix the traditional investment with a new investment, means digital asset or DeFi. The future will say.
The future will say, yeah. I must say, Xavier, in closing with these insights, that I did smile many times when attending sessions, because I was hearing repeatedly this term, we need to invest in real assets because, inflation ahead and uncertainty. The narrative of how we define real assets has not changed in the investment world. Real assets, as if, digital assets are not real, right? So, hopefully that will change soon. Again, we need to build bridges between the new language, narrative, and mindset that is, creating the next wave of innovation in financial services, and it's clearly coming from the blockchain world.
Clearly. Oh, thank you, Effie, for this opportunity to share some insight and takeaways. And see you next year for the new session.
Yes, and we have to say that the best conferences are in fall in Monaco, in this region. We're next to a beach. You might be hearing the noise here, but it was definitely the best place to do this recording.
That's right, exactly.
See
Good
you
noise.
at the FundForum next year. Bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.